welcome to another episode of Magic Matters. My name is Deni. I don't know why I'm singing.
And I'm Erica. It's okay. We just got through a storm, so I think it's okay for us to sing.
Yes, just to release.
Yeah.
Whatever we need to release in this moment.
We have to release the tension.
So we'll be singing this entire episode. Welcome to Magic Matters, the musical. We are so glad to have you here.
Catch us on Broadway.
Like she said, she's Erica. I am Deni. We're so glad that you are tuning in to this week's episode. We're going to have a lot of fun today.
We are. Before we get started, we're going to thank Light Strong Media, our producer, who has left us here in the studio, trusting us with all of her equipment while she's out there working and just dealing with the aftermath of the storm. So thank you for trusting us with your equipment.
Thank you. We hope that this was not a foolish decision. No, it'll be fine. Yep. Erica has pressed the button we were supposed to press, so it's all good.
We were given video instructions and we followed them to a T. So this should be good.
We are grown-ups.
And with that being said, if you want to follow along with all the magic that we make, follow us on Instagram at Magic Matters Pod.
Yay!
Yeah,
Please
it's a fun time.
Please follow us. Yeah, it's all good. Pictures. It's fun things. Erica's in there all the time doing all sorts of fun things. So
yeah, I try.
So
I try to be the social media manager of the world.
You do a good job. You succeed.
Thanks.
You succeed. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, I want to give another shout out. Can I do that? Shout out to Kelsey for holding it down last week and being on the show. Y'all did an awesome episode.
Thank you.
A lot of fun.
Thank you. We had a lot of fun. It was just really fun to sit down with her in that way because we talk like all day through text and we'll call each other every now and then and we're just like gossiping about like normal life. But it was nice to sit down and like talk about the thing that brought us together because Disney is what brought us together. So it was just really nice to sit there and talk about it and hear her perspective as a mom of 2 kids who comes once a year to visit Walt Disney World, especially when we're talking about the resort discounts that dropped. I loved hearing her talk about that because that's a perspective that I don't really have. You know,
watching for those discounts, planning your trip according to the discounts that are released. That was really good. And
now both of her kids are no longer free. So we were talking about that, takes that into account. So it was great to have her and for her to talk. I love that girl so much. So it was really nice.
Yay. It was a great episode.
Yeah.
So thank you, Kelsey.
Thank you so much, girl. So let's do our little check-in.
Okay.
I have written down hurricane check-in. How are we doing? How's your house? How's your city?
The house is good. The city is good. We were really blessed not to get a lot of destruction like we're seeing on the news that happened on both coasts. But there's a large tree that came down in the neighborhood that's in the process of being chopped up as I'm pulling out this morning. We're still so behind the scenes, this is Friday morning and everything finished passing through yesterday morning. And so we didn't lose power, which was great. But there's tons of debris kind of everywhere. And it took me 45 minutes to get here this morning, at least, almost an hour, which should have taken not that 15 minutes, if that. And so, everyone is jamming the roadways trying to get home, to get back to the Tampa area. So. I'm doing okay. Was completely stressed out, wigged out without even realizing it, and it all kind of came to a head on Wednesday morning, late morning, and I had to get out a little bit and have some quiet time. And Brian was like, "Hun, just go, take all the time you need." And I was safe. I was, the storm wasn't really here in earnest at that point. But yeah. How are you doing? How are you in your city?
We're doing all right. So our house, she did a great job. Nothing flew off our house.
Good.
No roof tiles. Nothing. Even our 2 security cameras we have stayed put the whole time.
Awesome.
They did really great. We have one palm tree that broke in half. just kind of hanging out back there. But the tree directly behind our house is fine. Our neighbors, like 2 neighbors over, their privacy fence completely blown to shreds. But that also happened during Ian. But everyone else's fence was fine. So I think however they put in their fence, something's not right with how that fence went in. Because it's each time we've had a hurricane, it falls apart. But everyone else's is fine.
Okay.
What I like to do after a storm, because I am an investigative reporter, once I feel safe, I'll drive around the close areas just to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And in this specific area, we're kind of higher up, so there was no flooding over here. Yeah. We kept our power the whole time, and I believe that's because we're on the same grid as a fire station. Mm-hmm. So we were okay. But we passed by one neighborhood that had some little flooded areas, but nothing too wild. Yesterday, we drove out towards the Disney Springs area and exit 67, which takes you to either International Drive or Disney Springs. Mm-hmm. The Disney Springs exit is blocked. It's completely underwater. So there are some areas in Central Florida that experience flooding. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, we were not one of them. We have a lake right next to us, so I was really worried about that.
Okay.
The only issue I had during this prep time, because the way that I get centered is I prep. I do everything possible, but my mom really wanted us to come to South Florida. Okay. And the most frustrating thing was we couldn't because we were waiting on Disney to make their call. And they took forever to make the call, and cast members still had to go to work on Wednesday morning. So there was no way we were getting to South Florida. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if this storm takes one wrong turn, it could go into South Florida. Mm-hmm. So I was like, we're better off here. Thankfully, Little Words Project, they made their call Tuesday afternoon.
That's great.
We're an outdoor kiosk, so everything had to get moved into a warehouse. So we were open today on Friday. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything got moved out of the warehouse last night. But they made the call that they're like, we are closing as of 3 p.m. Tuesday, and we're not reopening till Friday morning. And they made that call at 1 p.m. Tuesday.
That's good.
And Disney they took forever to make the call. And that was what made me the most upset during all of this. But really, we got really lucky here in Central Florida because the coast, both coasts are not looking great. The first tornado to formed right behind my mom's house. Mm. So it was forming near Alligator Alley, US 27 area. That is just one street behind my mom.
Good grief.
So she was freaking out. And then someone that we knew evacuated this area and went down to West Palm Beach. And there was a horrible tornado that formed down there, just minutes away from her house, from her parents' house. So both coasts are experiencing such devastating things with their homes, the areas surrounding the businesses. We were just in Clearwater 2 months ago. Yeah. And from Helene and now, everything there
absolutely
is gone.
Yeah, Brian went and saw a game, an Orioles game over at Tropicana Field in Tampa just a few weeks ago. And or maybe it was a month and a half ago, now that I say that. But with Cam, our eldest, I just looked at him and said, "You were just there." He said, "Yeah, I know." Scary stuff. And we even had flooding in Orlando. Yep. Certain parts of Orlando were underwater. Crazy.
And it's just, the last time we've had a storm like this hit Orlando was Ian in 2022, which there was so much flooding in the Kissimmee area.
Oh, absolutely. Shingle Creek was a retirement community flooded completely underwater.
So, but our hearts really go out to the people on the coast. They're dealing with it much worse than what we got. So there are plenty of resources to help out our friends on the coast. One of those is called Feeding Tampa Bay. There are a lot of people that don't have homes right now, don't have places to be, and don't have places to get food because there's so much damage in the area. So those are one of the resources that you can use to help them out over there. But
very good.
It's just a lot. But I'm just so glad that we're okay over here, and that I was so worried about our windows, but we were fine. We had our sandbags. We We did everything we could to be prepared,
Good.
and that's all you can do.
Yep.
Is prepare
exactly
as much as you can.
You're exactly right.
That's all you can do.
We're past it until the next one. So
yep.
Cheers to us.
Hurricane season is not over yet.
Ooh, no.
Hopefully, listen, I'm saying hopefully nothing happens because, listen, I'm leaving the state in 2 weeks to go see Taylor Swift. And then a week and a half after that, we're leaving to Disneyland. So I need nothing else to happen.
Noted.
Nothing else
Noted.
to happen. Okay.
Noted. Yeah, we're headed up to Maryland next week, so I would like smooth sailing.
Right.
That would be great.
With all that, let's get into some fun Disney stuff.
Let's do it.
Denny came up with a wonderful idea of planning out our perfect fall day, which looks different for everyone when they come to Disney. So I want you to start with what's your perfect fall Disney day. Okay. Like right now, we have beautiful weather.
Yeah,
after a hurricane, we actually get fall weather here. So yesterday, it was very cold in the morning.
Yeah.
So fall day.
Here we go.
Let's think about it.
Let's channel all our best fall Disney things. Fall Disney day. To me, and it's so funny because even fall here, we don't really get fall in earnest until late November, December, and then then we get a little taste of winter in there. So for me, I think it starts in Magic Kingdom. And Magic Kingdom isn't always my go-to for the perfect Disney day, because I think sometimes it's a bit zooey, and I fall into that locals mentality that, it's so hard to get to Magic Kingdom, which I want to slap myself. My former Maryland living self wants to slap my current self when I start to think in that direction. Because literally when I lived in Maryland, I would have given my left arm to be in Magic Kingdom. To park in the parking lot at the TTC, to have to take, the monorail or the ferry in. So that's literally, that's ridiculous when I get to thinking that way. So, slaps, both cheeks have been slapped. But, I'm going to start off in Magic Kingdom because my favorite decorations, yes, all the holiday stuff, all the Christmas stuff, love it all. But my favorite decorations of all are the fall decorations in Magic Kingdom Park. That's hands down, enough said. That bunting, I love it, I adore it. So, and really the Mickey pumpkin wreaths.
Yes, they steal the show. They
do. And so my favorite fall Disney day starts in Magic Kingdom Park, and it starts with coffee. And, you can stop there at the Main Street Bakery and get some Starbucks if you want to, or you can get Joffrey's at TTC or back in Tomorrowland. It doesn't matter. It's however you're doing it. Go ahead and get that coffee. And then I would linger a bit on Main Street. Just being there, you've got so much activity going on in the mornings, from the transportation that's up and down the street to the trolley show that comes through. One of my first, I think it was my first fall that I lived here, so that would have been 2013. I met a friend in Magic Kingdom Park early. I dropped Andy off at high school and then zipped back to meet my friend at Magic Kingdom Park. And we ended up going down Main Street on the trolley. So beautiful. Everything was just all decorated with the Dapper Dans. Oh. And it's a moment that I won't forget. And we got dropped off at, we've got other guests on the trolley, obviously. But you get dropped off in front of Cinderella Castle, and I have a picture of me standing with the Dapper Dans who are standing on the back of it. And just all the, the decorations, the fall foliage. And I'm just kind of standing there what is my life that I get to be here in this moment? How fun is this? Because it had been years up until that point that I experienced fall at Walt Disney World. Because you experience what you experience when you're down here, when you're able to vacation and visit. But, so, long story long, it starts in Magic Kingdom. Where does your Fall Disney Day begin? Which park?
Magic Kingdom.
Oh! I love that. Okay.
I also have that local mentality of, it's such a schlep and a half, to get to Magic Kingdom. But I'll do it in the fall. Because I have a saying, the Halloween season doesn't start until I see a Mickey pumpkin. Okay?
There it is.
Which I was really upset during the 50th anniversary when they had the Cinderella pumpkin.
I hated the
and I was
Cinderella
like, give me Mickey!
I was better.
It's like, give me Mickey Mouse. So it does start in Magic Kingdom. You go to Starbucks and you get a fall coffee drink, okay? A fall drink of your choice. And I'm with you on lingering in Main Street, but I also like to take a minute and just sit in the hub, like on some hub grass, drink the coffee, and just take in all the surroundings because there are Mickey pumpkins everywhere in the hub. So I love to sit there. In a perfect world, Disney, turn on your listening ears.
Got it.
In a perfect world, the trolley show would be back with them in their fall outfits,
doing
their fall thing.
There it is.
That was my favorite thing to watch.
No, we're talking about our optimal Disney day. So yes, the trolley show is back. Everything.
I'm like that. For me, I love that trolley show all times of the year. So please, bring it back.
There you go.
But yeah, I would love to just sit there and watch that. So that's definitely the start of my fall Disney day. What's your next steps?
Okay, so my next steps have me eating some favorite snacks, and then I think I'm leaving Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
I think I might, because I'd also, if this is my favorite fall Disney day, I think I'm also heading in to some of my other favorite parks. I think I'm heading over to Epcot, because no perfect Disney day is complete without a visit to the World Showcase.
Okay.
And so I would make a way around there, and if I'm looking for fall flavors, I'm headed to the Germany Pavilion, to Caramel Kuchen, and I'm having dark chocolate sea salt caramel.
Okay.
Which I adore very much. But I'm lingering, because if this is our optimal Disney fall day, the weather is also beautiful, which means we can stroll, we can eat. You're not sweating around the World Showcase, as we all are most times of the year. And so I'm lingering and I'm taking my time, but I'm absolutely 100% going to Kamrakucha to get those, just those deep fall caramel flavors. And if the caramel gingerbread cookie is there, I'm also having one of those. Yes, I know gingerbread could go either fall or it could go winter. So I'm going to savor some of that, and also some caramel corn. What about you?
Okay. So I stay in Magic Kingdom for a little bit. Okay. I take, again, we're talking about perfect weather, right, in this scenario.
It's perfect.
So it goes to now, I'm going to take a nice little ride on the People Mover. I'm going to take a nice little stroll around the park. Because I love to just take a little walk, Stroll around the park, and then I have meet characters, because there's something about meeting characters when you're not sweating.
Yeah.
You look better in the picture.
Amen.
It's a more fun experience, especially meeting those characters that are outside, like meeting Pooh and Tigger in their thoughtful spot, catching Chip and Dale by the water in Frontierland. Those cute moments there. Of course, I'm going to take a ride on Thunder Mountain in this perfect weather, because there's nothing better than that. And then I would stop for a quick little lunch over at Casey's.
Ooh.
In a perfect world, I don't have an allergy, so I'd be eating
all the cheese.
I'd be getting my mini corn dogs with my little fake cheese to dip it in.
Nice.
Because it's nice weather, so it's not overly hot to eat my mini corn dogs.
Of course.
And then I would leave the park after watching the parade, and I'd be going to Animal Kingdom. Because if the weather's perfect, it is time to walk those trails that they have, and just really take in all the animals. And I love going to the Maharaja Trail to see the tigers.
So good.
And I love in the fall months when we start getting closer to the end of October and into November, December, the weather starts to get a bit better, and that's when I start really taking my time in those trails. Because in the summer, it's horrible. All the humidity's trapped under those trees and those trails, so it's so hot, like overwhelmingly like sticky and hot. So during this fall time is when I like to take my time through the trails. So that's definitely where I would be going next in my day, is just lingering at Animal Kingdom. You know, now the sun sets early, so I'd be, you know, ending my day watching the sunset, like by the water area, and just taking it all in, because it's a park that I don't visit enough just because it's so hot, like during the summer months, that I try to take as much time as I can during the cooler months to really experience and love on Animal Kingdom. So my day would definitely probably end there.
Okay. I want to tell, just to say something, because I hear you, and I think I'm thinking along the same lines as you, because my favorite park, I don't know that I'll backtrack that. One of my favorite places to be after dark is Disney's Animal Kingdom. It takes on this persona that we don't get in any of the other parks. Just the lush landscape of everything, and the Edison lights that they dot and string along in fun and unexpected areas is so fantastic. And so for me, I think I would end my day same way, going over to Animal Kingdom. But here's the shame of it, that the reality, you know, as opposed to what our perfect Disney fall day would be, is they're closing that park at 6 p.m. now.
Yeah.
Like, that's earlier, really, than anything we've seen, or maybe it's back to 2017. But that's ludicrous.
Yeah.
Like, that's straight up ludicrous that gorgeous park, the park that, because, I think we've mentioned it before. I don't know, maybe we haven't. I like Disney parks better after dark than I like them during the day. Like, number one, you're not sweltering. Number two, they really are like their alter ego at night, and it's good. Like, Disney after dark is a lovely place to be, including Animal Kingdom, and we're really not getting to see that in earnest.
Yeah.
And that's a crying shame to me. Like,
because so
that's where I would end up as well.
Earlier in the year, when the sun was going down later, we were open till like 7 or 8 on certain nights. That was one of the things about working at Animal Kingdom that was weird.
Yeah.
Your days there had different end times because the closing hours changed so often at Animal Kingdom. But in a perfect world, it's open till 9 p.m.
It's open until 9 p.m. and I'm heading to a Nandapur tea company, and I'm getting, I'm not getting tea. I'm likely getting like a decaf latte at that time of night, and just walking. I love just walking around Animal Kingdom after sunset. As the lights come on, I love sitting in the Rivers of Light, may it rest in peace, amphitheater, because they'll have that open for guests to be able to come in and have a seat. I love hearing all of the, the Expedition Everest background noise, the train whistle, the people screaming. Like, I love everything having to do with Animal Kingdom after dark. That being said, I also love being at Disney Springs.
That was my next thing too.
Really, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, I love being at Disney Springs at night. It is just this, it's this bevy of activity, and it's so much fun, just all the energy of it. And you have people playing, because now they have live performances literally dotted throughout the complex, and so you can see someone at Waterside Stage, you can see someone over by the AMC Theater, like, and then Splitsville's got their live
House
music,
of
like
Blues.
literally everywhere, and it's so much fun to be there.
Yeah, it's one of those places that during the day it feels so different. So let's say if Animal Kingdom was closing at 6, right, on this perfect day, I would be finishing my night at Disney Springs, listening to live music, with food in hand, just enjoying the
Yeah.
vibes. Because, like,
Yep.
Disney Springs at night is for the vibes.
It is.
It's
It absolutely 100%
immaculate.
is. Yeah.
I love it.
The lights, it's just a really fun space to be in.
Mhm.
It can get crowded,
Yes.
but this is our favorite Disney. This is our optimal fall day, so
not
it's not crowded.
It's a Tuesday night. Nobody's there.
Tuesday nights are perfect. And I might end up over at Polite Pig having something that's warm and
Yes.
hearty and comforting. I just
Mhm.
think of Polite Pig as being comfort food.
Yes.
So, yeah. And the most difficult decision of the whole day would be what treats to eat that night.
Yeah.
So that would be...
I would definitely...
the toughest.
I found out in my little stint working at the Starbucks as a greeter, that their hot chocolate is dairy free. You just gotta like the actual mix, because the mocha doesn't have dairy in it. So if you just do like an oat milk or an almond milk instead of like normal milk, it becomes a dairy free option.
Love that.
So I'd be grabbing that and then walking my happy self with my little hot chocolate, okay, to Summer House and getting the snickerdoodle cookie.
Okay.
And then just
cookie bar.
find a little place to sit with live music and just really enjoy that, like that vibe.
Well, and here's the one of the cool things about Disney Springs in the fall is they tend to put out like a menu, a whole lineup. They used to do the Wonderfall of flavors over there, and I don't know that they'll do that again this year, but like there are fall flavors that will be dotted throughout throughout Disney Springs, and so you can go and try special things that different like snack stands or food stands have available, which that's just a lot of fun.
My comfort food spot would be going to Earl of Sandwich. A nice warm sandwich on a cold night.
Okay.
That's
good.
This day would have to be a long day. So that I could eat.
It would be a long day.
We could do everything.
Well, and here's the alternate ending. So this is a choose your own adventure kind of moment. So if you had any energy left at the end of that day, you could end it back at the Magic Kingdom, because it's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party night.
Yeah.
And you can go meet some friends. Now, granted, I don't have this kind of energy right now. No. So this is completely hypothetical.
Yeah.
But that would also be a fun way to end your night. Like, what if you flipped it and you started at Disney Springs and you had a fun out of park day, and then you went over to over to the Halloween party. So there's a lot of different fun things that can be done, but I think it ends at Disney Springs, and you leave and go up the escalators or get on your resort bus and get back to your room or your home, and you're just toasty and warm and filled with Disney fall goodness.
After that hot chocolate and cookie, I'd be like, oh, time to go to bed.
Nighttime. Have to go to bed. Yeah, it's so much, fall here in Florida is so different than fall up north. It just is. It doesn't hit like it. And fall is my favorite season, but moving down here, that was something I needed to let go of a little bit. Yes, we have random leaves that fall here in the fall, but for the most part, leaves really fall here around February.
Yeah.
And so I have to wait till then to get fall. But that being said, it is it's kind of fun to live by. Hey, it's fall when Disney says it's fall.
Yeah.
That bunting goes up in the Magic Kingdom and it's on. And I love seeing that bunting.
As someone who grew up in Florida my whole life, fall has always been my favorite season.
Okay.
You get nothing in South Florida of fall. It doesn't exist, okay?
Wild.
So I used to dream of fall, but moving to Orlando, it really became my favorite thing, just because the entire city participates in this fall vibes. It's all the vibes, okay?
Yes.
Because last week we were still hitting 90, okay?
Yeah.
So the weather doesn't feel like fall, but knowing that there are fall-themed treats.
Mm-hmm.
The parks, they're decorated for fall. There's Halloween events happening. The Target dollar section is filled with pumpkins and fun, cute fall things.
It's true.
It really gets you in, like, the fall mindset, and I think that's what I love about it. I think fall is just such a cute time.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's just, like, the mindset of fall, because, again, I lived in Florida my whole life. There are some trees here in Orlando that will change colors.
Yes.
That doesn't happen in Miami.
No. Okay. Really?
Not a single leaf changes color. On Christmas Day, you could go to the beach in South Florida.
Wild.
Okay.
So have you ever experienced fall, like mid-Atlantic fall? Have you gone up to... I wish this for you.
Which, I'm going to be in Indiana on Halloween.
Okay, you will experience it then.
So I will see it then.
Yes.
I was warned that last year Halloween it snowed.
So you might not experience it then.
So who knows what it's going to be. But I've also never seen snow. So if it did snow, I feel like I wouldn't be mad about it. So I'm going to experience something.
You will. And so here's the, like, there's just something, I'm so excited about getting to go back to Maryland next week because I get to experience my favorite fall season and my favorite place to experience fall in Maryland. So I'm really excited about that. Because as soon as you see a tree that is bright red, the leaves are bright red. And then the next one is bright orange. And then the next one is a golden yellow. You just go, oh my gosh, like it doesn't get more beautiful than this. So I'm really excited to see that. And I'm excited for you to experience a little Indiana.
I know. We'll see how it goes. She was like, a lot of cornfields. She's like, there's not a lot happening up here.
Nope.
But we're gonna have a blast. And we're seeing Taylor Swift, so nothing gets better than that.
I tell you.
So I don't know. I'm excited though, cause like I've been to New York the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh,
so
it's the best.
I guess I've seen like that. But that's more like, I don't know, is that winter for them or is that fall?
That is.
Or is it like half and half?
It's fall. It's kind of half and half, but it's more fall.
Okay.
That being said, anything after Thanksgiving, you're dipping your toes into holiday territory. And really, for me, if you can stand the cold during a New York holiday season, it doesn't get better than that. It hands down doesn't get better.
We were there for my 16th birthday.
Okay.
To see Wicked on Broadway.
The best.
So like that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I
was 16, man. That was a long time ago, so I cannot remember everything, but I think I saw some trees.
I'm sure you did.
So like that, I've been there. I've been to Georgia, but I've been to Georgia in the middle of summer, or I went during New Year's. So, like, that was just, like, cold and wet, and the trees had no leaves.
Yeah.
So, I haven't been to a lot of places in the U.S.
Well, you are branching out.
Yes. Yep.
For fall, you're branching trees.
Yes.
Leaves branching. Thank you.
I love it.
I'll be here all week.
But, so, I haven't experienced anything like that, but, like, I love the thought of fall.
Good. Me too. Me too. It is so, yes, fall down here is different, but it's still so good. Yeah. Especially at Walt Disney World, because granted, it's really just Magic Kingdom's Main Street is fall.
But still
That's
cute.
your taste of fall. It is. It is so cute and cozy and really what it is. It will rise to the level of energy that you bring into it. So like any situation. So
I love it.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love that some of our days are spent in the same place.
That's so fun.
That's so fun.
Before we round this thing out, I have one thing of Disney Park news to talk about.
Okay.
It's simple. Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is officially closed.
May he rest in peace.
Yep.
Until the Magic Kingdom. We shall see him again.
We shall see him again. If you missed on that news, that has closed because a villain's show.
Because a villain came in and got him.
Yeah. The villain show is coming to Hollywood Studios in that theater. So sorry, Lightning McQueen, but better things are coming for that theater. So we'll see you. We'll see you in the middle of the Magic Kingdom in a few years, Mr. Lightning McQueen. But that's the news that I have for this week. Because everything else is part closure.
Oh, yeah. Hurricane, y'all, go away. Yeah, that animatronic, that Lightning McQueen, if I loved... I loved seeing that show and being there with
cute.
that, getting to see that animatronic.
I hope they
so
keep him
good.
For
they have to.
Land. Just wrap him up nicely, put him somewhere.
That's right. He just needs to take a little nappy, and then we'll see him again.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't not use that animatronic.
Yeah,
it
was really cool. It was really fun.
And it was good for the kids to be able to have that kind of show, but really I feel like that was a bit of a one and done experience. So this Villains interactive moment hopefully will be something that changes every time. Hopefully it's got a rewrite ability, even though it won't be a ride, for people to be able to experience. So
so sorry, Lightning McQueen. Catch you later. Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
So with that, you need to answer our question, which is, what is your perfect fall Disney day? We want to know. Does it start in Magic Kingdom? Does it start at Disney Springs? Which park are you starting at? What do you have to do to have the perfect fall day? Let us know.
I love that. And really, the things that would normally, constrict you on that day, pretend everything is happening. Money is no object.
It's a perfect day.
It's your perfect day. So, can't wait to read that, see that all down in the comment section. It'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
So, if you want to follow along as we wrap up here, if you want to continue the conversation with us, you can always find me at Deni_Sunderly. Where can people find you?
And you can find me at Healthy Dose of Disney.
Excellent. And of course, like Erica said earlier, be sure to follow Magic Matters Pod on social. Also, if you've not liked this video, please go ahead and do so. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? We'd love to be able to hang out with you every week. So definitely do that and hit that notification bell as well. That's really important. Okay? Thank you so much for coming along for the ride today. It was so much fun. Again, a shout out to our producer, Light Strong Media. We are so grateful for all that she does. And we hope that we didn't mess anything up here. I think we did a good job.
We did our best.
I think we're okay. Any other words?
No, that's all we have. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. As Deni always says, no matter if this week is anxious or good, just remember that magic matters.